Hello everybody, welcome in to Trackilicious. Today it is round number 3 of the Wednesday Multiclass Championship in Assetto Corsa Competizione. He was absent last week, but he is back and he is ready for his curses. Welcome in, Tyler. Happy to have you back. How's it going, my friend?
Not too bad, not too bad. It's been a very, very, very busy day. A lot of stuff to do. It's a Wednesday, so it's middle of the week, always gonna have some stuff to do, but you can always count on Trackilicious to bring you some multi-class action on a good old Wednesday night. Thank you, Stinky Amada, for the hydrate. I will drink some tea, and I know Kuja will as well. And we have some GT4 action at one of the more underrated tracks that most people don't really have on their calendars. It's Zolder.
It sure is, Zolder. Let's head to the track where qualifying is underway. The GT4s go out for the first 10 minutes, and it is a busy looking track out there at the moment. All of the GT4s in one sector. Justin Beley at the tail of the peloton here. Race winner from last week. And round number 1 as well, looking to get 3 for 3, as there is some chaos up ahead of him, already unfolding in the qualifying.
Oh, that's a GT4 going back to the grid. That was the 207, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was Ty Chin in that Red Bull livery back to the pits. Not sure if there was a little incident there.
Maybe there was. It's entirely possible.
It is entirely possible. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hello, Stinky Amanita. Hello, Repus. Hello, The Knife. As the GT4s build a little bit of a gap between themselves as they get started on their first push laps of the session. Zolder, like you said, slightly underrated track. But it is short and sweet, though. Should be great for some multi-class action here.
I know you said before we went into the broadcast booth, it was one of your favorite tracks. I'm a little bit indifferent to it. I struggle specifically with one chicane. And it's not this one that Tom Winch is coming up into now. It's the one after that that always gets me jumping, as the Ginetta, funny enough, also goes jumping.
Yeah, onto 2 wheels there, getting some style points. Taking from Forza Horizon 6. But here, this chicane, the Gilles Villeneuve, very tricky to get right, and it's that last part that you gotta get absolutely right in order to just maximize the exit here. This is one of the longest parts where the driver is on full throttle. Coming up to the hairpin at the top of the hill. And it's looking like a decent lap so far from Tom Winch, just a bit slow on the exit of the Gilles Villeneuve chicane, but apart from that, pretty tidy from the 327 Ginetta.
All your time's going to come from the chicanes and getting a proper exit and getting on the power as early as possible to set a very good lap time, and Tom Winch will do just that with a 1:34.3. Or is that a 2? That's
7.
a 2, folks.
That's a 7.
One. I think we're in GT3s, folks. It's been a long day. Time to eat a power-up cookie.
I absolutely agree. Justin Beley about 4/10 off of provisional pole. Kevin Yu in 3rd, about 6/10. Then Brian DeSantiago slots into 4th, ahead of Dr. Porkchop and Niall Jacobs. Still waiting for a few of the GT4s to set a lap. Tai Chin with an early visit back to the pits. Now just under 6 minutes remaining in the 10-minute session for the GT4s, but it is a pretty short lap around here, so should be back and on to...
Doesn't get them like Spa does.
Yeah, exactly, where your outlap takes a near 3 minutes, whereas here it's closer to 2-minute 45 or so.
How did our wheel warrior Hezzy Thomas do last week, or did he not go to the Nürburgring?
I think he had to leave early for some reason.
Again?
Yeah. Maybe he wasn't there. My memory is just not the best. Ty Chin goes to provisional pole at 136.467 from the 207 AMG.
Eric will be quite pleased with that. The benefit, though, to Tai Chin kind of wrecking out a little bit earlier in the start of the qualifying session for him allowed him to get free air. Now he's not worried about like anybody in front of him or anybody behind him.
Yeah, that is certainly true. Kevin Yu comes up to the line, can't improve on his personal best. Neither can Justin Beley as he crosses the line a bit behind Kevin Yu. And there's a lot of AMGs out tonight.
Not a single Aston Martin. Why am I even here? We have a Bentley, a Lexus. We have 2 Lexus before we have an Aston.
Yeah, last week there were 2 Bentleys.
We've had this argument before. Is it a Lexi? Because it's a group of Lexus, and we can't call them Lexuses.
No, we really can't. Yeah, we sure did. Yes, and I can't quite remember what we agreed on. But as we diverge, Ezzy Thomas gets on the board with a valid lap in the 59. As the rest of the grid comes through again. Tai Chin to the line, the 207, improving the benchmark, a 136.322, building that gap by a few more tenths. Now to Tom Winch, who will take a provisional spot on the front row of the GT4 grid. The Ginetta gets ahead of the pair of AMGs with Justin Beley and Kevin Yu sliding down to the second row.
There's something wrong with this list, Kuja. I want to see if you can spot it right away. There's something wrong with this list.
Is there?
Yes.
Well, I don't know what it is.
It's the number 42 of Professor Chronotis.
His ping is through the roof at the moment.
That, but also the fact that he's 3.1 seconds off the pace. Not typically something you've seen from him.
No, not typically. You are correct, but the times I have glanced over at his lap times, most of them have been red and invalid, so perhaps just not really finding the right lines through here. Justin Beley will reclaim a spot there. You can see him behind there just warping all around.
Yeah.
Hopefully that gets sorted before the race. That might be quite problematic.
In my few times that I have raced at Zolder, where DeSantiago's going right here is a killer for track limits.
Oh, 100%. Somebody's already...
He almost spun out.
Yeah, he very nearly spun himself out there, but did keep it within track limits, so... good sign there, but losing about a half a second in the process. Needs about a tenth of a second, and he'll get up to Kevin Yu in 4th place. There's a big gap behind, nearly 9/10 of a second to Niall Jacobs, sharing the 3rd row with the BMW as it stands.
Where's Freeman? Where's the man I need to curse?
Yeah, I haven't seen Freeman all season, or in Le Mans Ultimate for that matter as well.
The Kings won the Cup. Where is he? Still recovering?
He's still celebrating.
Gonna have to get on the bullhorn somehow.
Final 70 seconds of the GT4 qualifying session. Just about do or die laps for everybody out on the track at the moment.
Tai Chin feels no one can beat his lap time. He's already in the pits.
Yeah, Justin Beley, the closest one at the moment. He's within 4/10. Dr. Porkchop back to the Alpine, running the Aston Martin for a season. But now he is back to his forever love, the sweet Alpine. And can't quite get a personal best on the board on this lap. Crosses the line before the 10-minute mark, so he will have one more go around the 2.5-mile track for his qualifying attempt.
So will Hezzy Thomas. He's crossed the line in enough time. Now here's the question. Will Niall Jacobs in this 3-car pack have enough time?
Niall Jacobs should. Line comes up pretty quickly here. But does he have enough fuel in the car? The Ginetta of Bottini might not, though. As Niall Jacobs improves his time, gets within a 10th of DeSantiago, but can't get past it into the top 5. What about Kevin Yu? Kevin Yu also gets close to Tom Winch, but can't find himself up in 3rd. He will be behind the Ginetta by about a 10th and a half.
Practice your pit entries, folks. Practice your pit entries.
Yeah, certainly very important. That's
P8.
Yeah, Chrono's still in P8 and having those internet issues still. Hopefully he can get on the board. Because, yeah, that during a race would be...
Make the buzzing stop, please.
Well, how about this? The buzzing of the Alpine, as Porkchop will try and improve his time. A little bit of a wiggle on the exit out of the final corner. And it's not going to be enough to get an improvement. He will stay in 9th place.
Hezzy Thomas? Can he maybe find 4 seconds of lap time all of a sudden?
Not 4, but about 7/10 of a second gained. So that's good overall improvement. Considering it's probably Hezzy's first time on the wheel at this track. Chrono, I do believe, invalidated his lap. So 8th place will be where the 42 will start.
I think he's just going pit, like, he's just doing a pit stop. He should be out on track.
He still technically can be, yeah, to finish his last flying lap, but I think now, yes, he will just be returning to the pits here.
Just go full force into the wall.
Not recommended, but you certainly can.
Oh, look at it. Yeah, he's having connection issues. Look at that drift.
Eric Vanderbilt leads the GT3 grid out for their first qualifying laps, I do believe.
I think he's one of the first ones, yes. I didn't know we had a... if only that N was an E, I would have been like, wait, when did we get getting Kuznetsov in the... in this league? I do like that. Ooh, that might not be... The first one was good, but you didn't get that second curb. You kind of need to almost mount both curbs to get a good lap time. Then you got to really cut this first curb and then really cut the second, and he doesn't really do that. Full speed. The GT3s can hold the full speed up here. Maybe not the GT4s, but the GT3s can brake. Nice and easy. Clip that apex curve. Use all available roadway that you have. Kind of cut both those kind of half corners there. Brake shortly as this asphalt begins. Or the more darker asphalt is. Hit that first curb. Nail the second curb. Use all the available exit curb. Down the line you go. And Vanderbilt's going to find himself before. But he can find some lap time in those chicanes.
Yeah, he certainly can. As it stands, Sisson on provisional pole, Prakash Natasan second place, then Vladislav Knife in 3rd, Eric Vanderbilt, like I said, taking 4th place. He will split the 2 McLarens. Konstantin Repis in 5th. The 911 next across the line. That is Kuznetsov, and he will move into the top 3, about 3.5 tenths off of provisional pole. What can Devin Anthony do? 2-time podium sitter this season. As the Lexus comes up to the line, he goes to provisional pole, takes the top spot away from Sisson. It's a 1:30.287 from the championship leader.
Damn, really? We're finding out the hacks that the Lexus has, I guess. Sarah Liu used it last season and did her pretty well.
Yeah, 3 of them on the grid today.
We have a boat lead before we have an Aston Martin. Just pain. True pain. Now, has anyone in the chat been watching the World Cup recently? I know Kuja probably hasn't.
I've watched a good amount of it.
Yeah, I don't. You don't really follow much soccer.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do actually.
Well, kinda. I mean, only really mostly the international times or the international stuff. The times I was gonna say is Akasha going to provisional pole, dipping into the 129s at the 29.330, followed next by Isaiah Horde in the 56 Audi, 4/10 off the pace. Dom Matroni gets into the top 3. Then it's Kuznetsov in 4th. Devin Anthony, after being on provisional pole, he is now almost a second off the pace. And there he goes. After just crossing the line, he will cut that deficit in half. Moves up to P3.
Still plenty of lap time to be found.
Look in the Mustang. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, when Vanderbilt needs to still find those time in the chicanes, he's now last in the GT3 class. Says it's the Mustang. Ooh, 2/10. 2/10 closer. But still just outside of that provisional pole from Akasha? Did I say that right?
It looks like it, yes.
I'm just going by what it sounds like. Akasha. From the 5-Star Racing. Aw, too bad the livery isn't loaded. It's just dark. Can only imagine what it looks like. 6/10 gained? Oh my! 128.7!
That's certainly a mighty lap. Horde will join the front row, gets within 8/10 in the number 56 Audi. But that is still a hefty gap to the provisional pole sitter.
Tom Matroni going back to the pits to think about his decisions. Same with Knife and Reps.
The 250 without a valid lap in the session yet. Will it change as it goes around the final corner and up to the line? It sure can. Goes all the way up to 11th, gets past the GT4 grid. Now about a second off of the time set by Eric Vanderbilt. Like you said, needed just to clean up the lap a little bit. He can easily gain half a second. And that will put him in a pretty good spot.
He needs to find less than half a tenth and he can get past Knife. Even just a little bit of time counts for something here. Now get past 2, Reps and Knife. He'll find about... Oh my goodness. Akasha just went faster. He's a 128.4, a full second ahead of the nearest competitor.
Yeah, that's a mighty pace.
Do I hear Max Verstappen music coming in?
It is very possible.
I don't like that turn, the one that Vanderbilt and the other driver just came through. I don't like it. You have to get so close to that curb, but you cannot tip a tire on the gravel or you just lose so much time. It's such a tough road. Sissons, you're not going to find a full second of lap time, but you can at least find like maybe 3 or 4. Okay, no, you just want to pit. Sir, there's a brake.
Just testing the limits.
Sir, there's a braking zone there. Nadasan. What can the Dark Side Racing Bentley find? Find a position over Kuznetsov. Good up to P6. Still time to do a qualifying lap if you want it.
And I think he wants it. Well, the gap. Oh, he wanted it. He thought he wanted it. He wanted it a little bit too much. I was gonna say, well, the gap between the top two is pretty big, over a second. The gap between Horde and Sisson is just 0.03 of a second. So it might be some good racing between them. What can Devin Anthony do? Just one chicane to go. As the time hits 0, checkered flag waving on the session, and the 664 will also take a dive into the pit lane. Look at the fellow Lexus behind of McClure do the 250 with the final qualifying lap attempt. Needs about 9/10 to get up to Vladislav Knife. Pretty smooth, all things considered, over that chicane. Is it going to be enough time gained on this lap? Oh, he got so close, so just about a 10th separating him from the McLaren of Knife. But a good lap at the end. A huge amount of time gained.
Ooh, we're getting racy. Yeah, that's Akasha's session done. Vanderbilt's trying to get a lap in, and Akasha just kind of catches up to him.
Yeah, I don't think Akasha needs any more pace at the moment.
Into the pits he goes.
Textbookly cut by Eric Vanderbilt over the last chicane. He goes to the line. 0.6 is the gap. He makes up 4. Exactly 0.2 between himself and the 911 Porsche of Kuznetsov. That'll take us into the race. As it has been. Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, 75 minutes, 2 tire changes, and we'll see how the GT4 grid is going to make out to be. Tai Chin in pole position for the GT4s, and he's going to have the usual company of Jonathan Beachley, both Mercedes 1 to 207 of type. Jonathan Beach. I'm gonna hear about that for sure. Beachley in the number 18. I almost called it Aston Martin AMG. Wow, I'm on fire tonight. I almost said Ty Winch. Tom Winch in the Apex Predators Racing Team Ginetta. It is a B. It is buzzing. It is in P3. I did not rhyme that unintentionally, folks. Kevin Yu in another AMG. It's almost AMG 123. That might be a thing in the race. We'll try to avoid that. And the number 95. And then DeSantiago lines up alongside behind in the NPG 77. I can't say the 778. It's just wrong. And Niall Jacobs will keep him for company on that row. And the Snap-on Hellman's Inc. Another AMG. Then you got Giancarlo Bottini in the Firebrand Ginetta, as always a staple for that Ginetta and Firebrand. Then you got Professor Canotis, hopefully fixing what looks like to be his ping issues because he's not red anymore. In the T Swizzalicious number 42, sitting P19. Dr. Porkchop will finish out the back. Currently P9 in the GT4 class, number 71 in the good old Alpine Chop Shop Racing. And lining up the back is the man who now has the wheel. Let's see how much damage he can do in the number 59 AMG Dog Box Racing, and we'll throw it to Kuja for the GT3s.
Yeah, that entire left-hand side of the grid of the GT4s is all Mercedes.
Are you kidding me?
So just a heads up on that one.
Has that ever happened to Trackilicious?
I mean, not to my knowledge, but over half the grid is AMGs in that GT4, so we'll keep an eye on that and who comes out on top. But on top in the GT3s, it's Hao Akasha in the 5-star Racing Ace 127 Lexus with a dominating time in the qualifying, over a second between himself and the driver next to him on the front row. Isaiah Horde in the Horde Racing number 56 Audi, starting from P2. Jake Sisson in the HRT Ford Racing 24HN 2026 Mustang. The number 67 starts from P3. Devin Anthony in the 664 Lexus lines up next to him on the second row in the Tech 1 Racing Lexus. Dom Matroni in 5th in the number 5. The number matches the position in the Matroni CRT M4 GT3. Behind him, Prakash Natasan in the number 82 Darkside Racing Bentley starting from the 3rd row. The lone Porsche on the grid, it's Nikolai Kuznetsov in the RS1911. Next to him, Eric Vanderbilt in the Audi Sport Team Come To You number 7. He starts from 8th. It's an all McLaren. Oh my goodness, what has happened here? Repus has disappeared from the face of the planet. I was gonna say it's an all McLaren 5th row, but it might not be because issues for Konstantin Repus. But Vladislav Knife will be promoted up to 9th place in the 173 RSK Racing Team McLaren, which will give Robert McClure 10th in the 250. Emil Fry Lexus Racing starting from 10th. Times very close between the grid. Should be some good racing tonight.
He's still on the chart. It's not like he's like out of this. Like you literally switched to his camera and then all of a sudden just gone, just vanish.
Yeah, he's not even showing up on my timing pages. So
up there he goes. Now he's gone. Took a minute for the game to realize. Wait a minute, he's not here.
Track temps are pretty hot. We might see multiple tire changes tonight as well. Something to consider during those strategies.
Track temp, my God. You melt your feet walking on this right now.
Yeah, certainly going to be a hot one for those Pirelli tires.
Better do this before they get into zipper formation. Well, they're in zipper formation now, so I gotta hurry.
Hurry it up.
I'm gonna curse. I'm gonna curse De Santiago and not Desan.
You just don't like that Bentley, huh? Thank you for the follow. Just in time for the race start. Indeed, Repus. I am so sad to see that right before the race start. But yes, zipper formation around the final corner. 10 GT3s, 10 GT4s. Battling it out, 75 minutes of racing, 2 pit stops in between. What sort of strategies will we see? Who will get the early jump? It is green, the Lexus with a good start already ahead of the Audi. Dom Matroni with an aggressive start, trying to split the 2 cars. There's contact, the Audi hits the Lexus, and Horde and Akasha make contact, the top 2 go off. Jake Sisson promoted into the race lead. Dom Matroni up to 2nd. Devin Anthony trying to fight Kuznetsov for 3rd place. The 911 with a good start. Almost up to a podium position, but Devin Anthony down the inside of turn 4 will retake that place and take a podium position.
That is something.
Oh no, Cronus!
The T-Swizzalicious in the background on the gravel. No.
I think De Santiago might have been involved as well because the 778 is dropping back from where he started. And there is one of the curses coming in early. It is now a Mercedes 1-2-3 because Kevin Yu got ahead of Tom Winch at the start. Tai Chin still leads Justin Beachley, but Kevin Yu is all over the back of the number 18. Look at this! Niall Jacobs, Botini go through! Oh my goodness!
Can't forget there's a GT3 somewhere in this!
Whoa, Justin Beachley, I think he might have an issue because he went straight into the wall there.
Did he not have brakes?
Yeah, I think there's an issue for Beachley because he is stranded at the end of the hairpin at turn 9. Maybe that's why all those cars got by him like that. He was just stranded in the middle of the road with absolutely no control of his vehicle and everybody making their way through. Vladislav Knife with a fantastic start. The 173 started from 9th and up to 3rd.
What in the world has just happened?
What? Yeah, what are we witnessing here? We wanted excitement, and here we got it. Here we have even more excitement. 4 GT3s battling it out into turn 4. Natasan leads the way. McClure dips a wheel into the grass, slowing down his momentum ever so slightly. Tries to get to the inside, but the Audi of Eric Vanderbilt is already there. He's going to have to go the long way around and cut through. He might be overtaking off the track there, but in doing so, the 911's going to go through.
It's gonna go hard. You can't go side by side through here. He's gonna have to give that position. Oh, hello! Hello! What did I just say? What a move! I literally said you could go side by side here, and they just did. What? What is happening right now? I'm in shock, folks. I'm just in shock. There are no words to describe what we have just seen. And it's not even 5 minutes into the race.
It's not even 4 minutes into the race. This is we're starting the 3rd racing lap, and we've already had more action than we did all of last week. It feels like.
Well, you were at the Nürburgring. You weren't going to get a lot of action even if you tried. Does Santiago have damage?
Yeah, I think he was involved early on with the incidents because he did qualify pretty well inside the top 5. But sliding back to the back of the GT4 grid and nearly sliding out of turn 1. Oh, the 2 Ginettas going to battle it out side by side through turn 2. But Tom Winch able to stay ahead. He qualified up in the 3rd, but the Ginetta sliding back a position, losing ground to Kevin Yu. And Bottini with that absolutely massive move spooked the life out of everybody. Him and Niall Jacobs together just went onto the grass and got those positions. Niall Jacobs now sits in 2nd place. Kevin Yu in 3rd. Then the 2 Ginettas of Winch and Bottini. De Santiago right on the back of the 57, trying to get back to where he started this race.
Firebrand Ginetta starting to lose traction through those chicanes. Can't set up to Santiago. Down the straight line of the BMW is going to be better than the Ginetta. Inside move, maybe? No. De Santiago elects to wait. Natasan fighting Vladislav Knife, who's now down to P5. Natasan says, you want that curse to affect me? Not in this boat, it's not.
Certainly not in the boat. Devin Anthony in that moves up to 3rd place as well. At the top of the GT3s, it's Jake Sisson with a 1-second lead over Dom Matroni in the number 5 BMW. Started from 5th, but working his way up to 2nd. Able to avoid the early carnage and trying to stay close to the Mustang and pressure our race leader.
Beachley's back out.
That's good.
That's very good to see.
And how about this? Akasha and Horde already recovering to the back of P7, and that's Kuznetsov in the 911 Porsche.
They both have passed it. It's like this. Honestly, feels like the Sarah Liu situation from when she got taken out at Spawn the first lap.
Yeah,
She still won that race, I believe, quite handedly. So as long as you've got the pace, you can dice up and dime all of the cars. You just got to find the passing spots to do it.
Yeah, the sister Belgian track to Spa, Zolder, located just about an hour north of Spa.
Oh, Akasha has the move on. Maybe has the move on Kuznetsov.
Late on the brakes to the inside of turn 1. Horde tries to follow through, but Kuznetsov cut that opportunity right off. But into turn 2, the Audi sneaking on through.
Don't question it. Move on.
Nearly sneaking on through.
I didn't see it. You didn't see it. We move on. He totally was not inside that man just 2 seconds ago. because I thought for sure, based off of that angle, we were not going to have a fun situation.
And just like that, Akasha already ahead of McClure. Down that little straightaway between turn 4 and 5, up to 6th is our pole position sitter.
It's flow. Can he save it? I think he saved. No, he didn't save it. Damn.
He saved it enough to keep it at least on the track, just losing a couple of positions there.
Better than nothing.
Exactly. So a save is still a save in my book. Still in the race.
Still credited with it.
Exactly.
Blew a 3-run lead, but he's still a save. Still a save.
Yeah, there's still, I mean, hey, you blew a 3-1 lead, but there's still 8 innings left. Long way to go in this one. Just a little over 10 minutes gone by so far. Nobody taking a pit stop in the early goings. Good little battles all the way up and down the grid. Brian DeSantiago on the back of Giancarlo Bottini for 5th and 6th place. And Tom Winch has found a little bit of pace. He qualified in 3rd, trying to get back to that position. Kevin Yu took it from him at the start. Niall Jacobs, the AMG, in front of this duo. And then Tai Chin leading the GT4s. He's ahead of Niall by about 6.5 seconds.
With that Beachley there to keep him in line. It's a little bit to be expected. I can't wait to find out what happened to Beachley. Like, I want to know.
Yeah, I'm quite curious as well.
Because he was just, honestly, that felt like me being surrounded by the Ginettas in Kielami.
Yeah.
He came out of the corner and was just surrounding. Like, Niall Jacobs flew past 7 cars on the left-hand side of the row. I cannot wait to interview. Oh, there's a move being made.
I think Akasha just didn't expect Vladislav Knife to break as early as he did there. These drivers with a big gap difference in their qualifying times. Akasha qualified on pole, Vladislav Knife in 10th. So I think just a slight little scare for the Lexus here.
I can speak to being in Vladislav's Knife position when you benefit from a lot of incidents that happen, especially in the first little bit of the race, and then you get the faster drivers that you know are faster than you coming up behind you. It's a little bit scary, just because you know that person's faster than you, but you also have a right to defend your position. So
yeah, 100%.
It's finding that middle ground of, okay, I want to race you, but at the same time, I also know you're not my race. So it's trying to find that ground in the middle where both parties can have a good time racing, but not Vladislav Knife handing the position to Akasha, sorry.
Yeah, and we've seen Knife with some good qualifying pace as well. Just needs to get those consistent race laps in, and he can finish inside the top 5 here.
Is he Thomas in the pits? Well, there's a brief yellow there.
First driver to do so.
95 bringing out a brief yellow. That was Kevin Yu. Oh, that's number 47 bringing out a yellow. That's Niall Jacobs. Where's he spun out? Oh, he spun out in the chicane. No, Niall.
So the two AMGs sitting 2nd and 3rd now drop back to 6th and 7th. That'll move Tom Winch to 2nd. DeSantiago takes 3rd. Now Giancarlo Bottini in 4th. The BMW did get by the Ginetta, so that's good news for the 778. He now has the next Ginetta up ahead of him in the form of Tom Winch in the 327.
Wow, Mike Hurst hit early on DeSantiago and then just went, you know what? I'm good. I did my job. Now I'm leaving. Santiago finding themselves now in the podium position. You know if the Santiago keeps that position and he comes in for his interview, he's gonna let me have it.
Oh, he's gonna be mad.
He's like, how dare you try and curse me? Do that again, I dare you. Same with Nadasan. Nadasan can definitely get a podium situation here. He's only a second off Devin Anthony. Oh, Niall. No, you are not going to let an Alpine catch you.
Look at that Alpine fly to the inside of turn 5. Can he hold it? He can. Good move.
Oh, it goes flying.
Now Jacobs nearly without any control of his car flying over the curbs almost into the side of the Alpine here, but Dr. Porkchop does go through. Good move by the Alpine.
Now Jacobs dipped a tire in the gravel and then he's trying to get that car to just go forward and it's tough.
Kuznetsov looking to mirror the move. Oh, the Audi of Vanderbilt nearly losing it in the back there.
Do not dive for this. Do not dive for this. Okay, thank goodness.
You've seen him do it before.
I don't want to see him do it. But so I guess Akasha and Horde got past Knife at some point. Because now Akasha is now up to 5th.
I think those tires on Niall Jacobs' car are a little bit bruised and battered. He's back in the pits in the number 47.
A little bit. Oh, he thought about it. He thought about it. It's still too early to think about box to undercutting here. It's not even 15 minutes in. Unless you want to commit really early to a set of pit stops. Speaking of pit stops, guess who's in the box? It's Niall Jacobs, whose tires are probably burning. Oh, Vanderbilt around the other side. Nice overtake, but that's what happens when you get into the gravel.
Yeah, Eric Vanderbilt just takes full advantage of that one, as the 911 just trying to get by the McLaren. Just no room by, just over pushing a little bit, runs a touch wide, but here is where we really see the Audi struggling. And we've seen the 911 dive into the Villeneuve chicane, but I think just a little bit too far back on this occasion. Man, he closed that gap right down, though.
I think these track temperatures are actually playing a bigger role than I ever thought they were. Like, we've already seen Hezzy Thomas come into the pits, now we've seen Niall Jacobs. Now we see Dom Matroni. Someone follow him in.
Yeah, that was the Alpine of Porkchop.
Damn, that pit limiter comes up quick. I thought it was all the way down there.
It's a pretty lengthy trip down the pit lane. And then the exit as well kind of spits you out into the apex of turn 2. Certainly something to be cautious of. Oh, the 42! That's Chronotis! Yellow flags for him very briefly.
I think he and Hezzy got into a little bit of a kerfluffle.
Yeah, you're right. The 59 still under a brief yellow flag here as he's getting back up to racing speed. Whoa! That was the Audi of Horde!
I didn't see it. What happened?
It looked like the Audi was just drifting through turn 4, but it could have just been a little bit of lag or something, but...
Could have been the net code.
Either way, not losing a considerable amount of time there.
Fully. Dropped another yellow for Hezzy. I do believe that is Hezzy's session done.
Fortunate to see that. Maybe also having some hardware issues there too.
It's not always sunshine and rainbows getting that first wheel.
Internet issues due to rain.
Yep.
Sorry to hear, Hezzy. The rain's not too bad. Stay safe.
You know what? I think a box to undertake. Thank you, Hurricane Zeus. I think box to undercut here. If you're Vanderbilt, get on some fresh, nice. It's not Pirelli tires for GT3. What would it be? Michelin?
They're Pirellis.
Oh, they're Pirellis. Okay.
Yeah.
Get some nice fresh Pirelli rubber. And honestly, he has a pretty good window. If he boxes right now, actually, if you look at the track map on the right-hand side of your screen, look how much gap there is there.
Oh, and the Mercedes of Chronotis helping out Vladislav Knife there.
Yeah, I think one of these cars should box to undercut right now.
Good little three-car battle going on for 6th, 7th, and 8th at the moment. And there you go, Vanderbilt into the pits. Somebody listen, Tyler.
Finally, someone listens to me. I'm gonna have to ask him in post-game because I don't think he'll get it. I don't think he'll reach the podium positions. But I'm gonna have to ask him if he heard me, because that timing cannot be a coincidence. All right, where do we have a close battle?
Akasha back up to P3, Horde to 4th, Not Sandrops back to P5 in the 82 Bentley. But still only Dom Matroni, Eric Vanderbilt, and Robert McClure have visited the pit lane in the GT3s so far.
T4-wise, Botini, Winch, Jacobs, and Porkchop.
And Botini back out on the track after just completing one of his mandatory pit stops.
Important you take those mandatory stops. Very, very.
And De Santiago takes out a cone in the process as he engages the pit limiter. Ooh, that looked maybe a little bit late from the 778.
Kevin Yu was also from behind and also kind of late. Speeding in the pit lane has destroyed De Santiago's races before. Vladislav Knife is now in the pits. He's responding to Eric Vanderbilt's box. Vanderbilt took tires. He would have had to. Because who was battling? It was what? Kuznetsov, Knife, and Vanderbilt? Yes, that was the battle. So Vanderbilt now in a crucial battle with Vladislav Knife, who is now in the pits. Where is Knife going to come out? We're waiting to see that 2 drop to a 1. That will be a good indicator of when Vladislav Knife can go. Vladislav Knife is not yet on the move, and that is a box to undercut. Vladislav Knife is still in the pits. Does he have damage?
I mean, the side of the car has a bit of scratching on it for sure, but only now does he get out of the pits.
How long was that?
We will see once he exits the pit lane.
He looks like he was stationary at least 50 seconds.
Yeah, it was 66 seconds.
That's more than just tires.
That's a long time, and DeSantiago gets overtaken by Bottini. He takes the pit stop after the Ginetta and ends up behind.
The undercut. Ah, the undercut. I love it. See, I would say DeSantiago boxed the undercut, but with 52 minutes, that would be bold. That would be bold. Thanks, Shalom, for the hydrate. I've run out of tea, so I'm using a Sprite. As soon as my tea reaches like that temperature where it's not gonna burn my tongue, but it's also warm enough to like consume nicely, I just blast through it. That is the 28. Who is that? That is Reps. And he is gone. So we've lost another. Tai Chin now in the pits. DeSantiago gonna go try around the outside, gonna not be able to do so. So he's just gonna follow the. Oh, hello. That is that's a.
It's the race leader, Jake Sisson in the 67. Yeah, he's just working his way through, and the BMW tries to go through as well. The Ginetta runs a touch wide, and the BMW goes through at the exit of turn 4.
Who's that behind them? That's Kevin Hughes.
So maybe Brian DeSantiago just needed a lap or two to get his tires warmed up, and certainly the GT3 working his way through favored the BMW just a touch over the Ginetta, but that's how multi-class racing goes. Sometimes the traffic gives, sometimes it takes.
Sometimes it's given, sometimes it taketh away.
Update on Akasha's progress. P2. After 25 minutes of recovery so far, 10 seconds away from the race leader.
Dr. Porkchop
Back to the battle.
Dr. Porkchop's done his pit stops. With 50 minutes left to go.
Maybe he is comfortable with those tires.
As a once famous dodgeball movie would say, that's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out. Cause that he is performing the undercut of a lifetime. Oh, hello.
Yeah, exactly. He's really gonna try and get the undercut of a lifetime with that strategy. It's a long way to go, especially in these temperatures.
That could have been an uh-oh moment, but thankfully it's not. Kevin Ewan, I think that was Devin Anthony came a little bit close there, but nothing too crazy. There's not really a lot of passing opportunities at Zolder other than the straights.
Yeah, you really have to line up the opportunities, and if somebody's masterclass at defending, they really know where to park the car. It's just impossible to get around.
Like the end of Sector 2 and the beginning of Sector 3, there's just really nowhere for a GT4 to make way for a GT3, so you're kind of just stuck. It's not a nice position to be in. I mean, you still wants Bottini, but just can't seem to find the pace to get around.
Yeah, he got slowed down to just a touch more than the Ginetta with the GT3s going through and runs a touch wide on the exit of turn 1 as well, just dipping the right side into the gravel. Prakash Natasan in the pits in the Bentley for his first stop, and the Audi sliding in the back of the shot here. That's Isaiah Horde.
Oh, watch out. There's a GT3 there. GT3 is just going to have to be patient now. Oh, Bottini. Oh, no! How is Kevin you still driving straight?
Yeah, that was a bit opportunistic from the Audi. That hood is very heavily damaged on the AMG. Giancarlo Bottini also with the fender hanging off a touch.
Yeah, that might not have been the proper place to do that.
Yeah, the GT3 just tried to split the two GT4s battling.
That was... cannot believe we just witnessed that, to be honest. Vladislav Knife is done. He is going to try and do the undercut on Vanderbilt. And Bottini is going to take his car into the pits for some necessary repairs.
So that'll get both of his pit stops done. Horde goes in. Kevin Yu stays out, though. He's going to try and see how that damage feels for a lap or so, and then maybe come in on the lap after. But that hood really flapping up now on the 95.
Not going to be helpful in the downforce in the corners.
Some slightly better cooling.
Car won't heat up, that's for sure. I'm interested to see how I'm interested to see if Vanderbilt now responds. Because Vladislav Knife is, like I said, he's boxed. He's now done his pit stops. Vanderbilt was able to undercut him. So now, Vladislav Knife goes, okay, you want to undercut me, that's fine, I'll undercut you. This is not for position, by the way.
Yeah, with Porkchop already completing both of his pit stops. Oh, and Kevin Yu a little deep into the corner. Pushes the Alpine into the grass.
A little bit of a shoulder check. Is that a yellow card?
A yellow card, exactly.
I think that might be a little bit of a frustration overtake by Kevin Yu, I think.
That, or it's really his first time going through that corner at racing speed with the damage. Maybe just didn't anticipate the lack of grip he was going to have into the corner compared to a car with compared to a completely fresh car, that is. So maybe just a little bit of wash coming onto the front of his car, and the Alpine next to him certainly not helping with the clean air department.
I mean, it's an Alpine. How much do you think it produces?
That's true. It is a pretty small thing.
Like, put that next to the Ford. It's literally like minus divided by 2 in size. Have we reached the halfway point yet?
Not quite. 37.5 minutes is the halfway point.
Okay, we're at a standard LFM race distance now, 45. Jake Sissons is currently in the lead, but Akasha is 8 seconds away. 7 now, 7.5, a little bit over. Akasha's
closing the gap
top.
pretty effectively. Yeah, that gap was 10 seconds, I believe, last time we checked. So closing in, reeling in the Mustang little by little.
Sissons shaking in his boots right now. Natasana's actually also fallen a little bit. By I mean a little bit, I mean unfortunately a lot.
Yeah, his pit stop wasn't even that long either, all things considered. But with Kuznetsov now in the pits, Natasan might come up ahead.
Oh, we lost somebody else. Who did we just lose?
That might have been... You know, I'm not too sure there.
It's not Porkchop. It's not you. It's not Bottini. What did we just lose? Carnotis is still here. We lost a GT3.
Yeah, it was one of the GT3s, and after about 30 minutes of running, Jake Sisson decides it is now time to peel into the pits from the race lead. 20 laps done, and the 911 gets a stop-go for speeding in the pits. That's Kuznetsov. He will come out next to the 56. That's Isaiah Horde. On warm tires, gets through around the outside.
Nice and easy. That's a bit unfortunate. I'm trying to think, who did we just lose? It was definitely a GT3.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Rest was gone a bit ago. I guess we'll never know. We'll have to find out post-race. Because I'm looking at this and I just can't figure it out.
Yeah, I really can't either. Oh, it might have been... Never mind, Don Matroni's still in this one. I think Don Matroni just rejoined because he's back in the pits.
It was Don Matroni.
Oh, he was running so well up in the podium positions too. So unlucky there from the number 5 BMW, but he's back for momentarily as the 911 comes into the pits to serve his stop-go 30.
Careful, don't do it. Get another one. Ooh, that looked late.
That looked pretty close.
That looked late. I don't know about you folks, but that looked late on my end. Can you imagine another stop-goer?
Oh man, that would be brutal.
I would just cry. Gretchen really hasn't had to worry, has he?
Not a whole lot, really, no. Just that race start, and then Justin Beachley, unfortunately, with some issues. He's in the pits for his first mandatory stop of the night.
Left to go. Still plenty of shine. Track temp still 40 degrees. Gonna roast somebody.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna go down anytime soon with the sun almost at its highest point. I mean, it is cool getting later in the day, but the sun's not really getting out of the sky anytime soon.
How do you like your eggs, Kuja?
I don't really like eggs.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not like vegan or vegetarian by any means. I just don't really like them.
The stop-go was cleared and not another drive-through was given, and Don Matroni says, sorry guys, he lost his connection.
It's all good, my friend. Sorry to hear that.
You're running quite well, too.
Yeah, that's now 2 for 2 losing it for internet connection. Hezzy Thomas earlier on, and now Don Matroni. Hopefully all good for you, not under any hurricane threats. Like Hezzy says.
Well, where Hezzy lives is kind of unfortunate. Now, here is the true question that will divide an entire, nation. How do you like your bacon?
Cooked? I don't know.
Chewy or crispy?
That depends on the day. I feel like I lean more towards the chewy side when it's on its own, but when it's in something, I prefer it more crispy.
Like a sandwich crispy bacon, but on its own, like breakfast. You want that little bit of
just a little
softness.
bit, yeah. Nothing
I
crazy though. I know some people who like it almost floppy.
You're about floppy was not the word you were about to use there, Goose. Yeah, no, I can understand though. Don't think you could cook bacon on.
Are you talking about like Canadian bacon or actual bacon?
Oh, okay. Female bacon is an entirely different story. No, I'm talking about I'll use the word American bacon.
American bacon.
Freedom bacon.
Freedom bacon, yeah.
Freedom bacon. I'm actually, while this race is going on in Tai Chin, currently, probably unless barring an absolute meltdown, will win this GT4 class. Oh my! Oh! You said you were kind of paying attention to the World Cup, yeah?
Somewhat, yeah. I mean, not right now.
this is the sports update.
Oh yeah, sports update. Let's go. Update. Yes, we got a sports update, folks.
Bosnia beat Qatar to get third place in Canada's group. So they move on to the round of 32. Canada lost to Switzerland, so they get second, so we don't get home field anymore. So we have to now fly down to LA and face second of whoever is in Group A. And currently, right now as we stand, we would face whoever is second.
You're halfway through, not over yet.
That currently is South Africa. Because South Africa is beating Korea 1-0. Like, what? What is this group? I mean, as a hockey fan, I'm just happy we don't have to face Czechia. That's all I cared about. If I had Canada versus Czechia in the World Cup, I might actually just like lose my mind. Akasha's now into the pits. Remember, Sissons came in before. That's what's important.
Yeah, and Sissons definitely took tires on this stop. It was a 32-second stationary stop for the 67 Mustang. The gap was right around 7 seconds before he pitted. What will it be when the 67 crosses the line? Will he stay ahead of the Lexus? Is the Lexus going to take tires on this stop also? There is a 25-second mandatory refueling time, but then it is up to the driver's discretion whether they want to add 5 seconds and take on fresh tires as well. So there is the Lexus out of the pit lane, limiter released. And I think there is Sisson going through. Yes, he's going to have the lead back, but that gap is considerably shrunken down. I think it's going to be right around 5 seconds. Maybe even closer to 4.
Well, it actually wasn't 7 seconds. It was 7 last time we looked. It was 7.7.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it was right around that. So it was probably 6 something, yes.
It was like 6.7. I'm like,
3.2. 3.2 is the gap from the 127 Lexus to Jake Sisson, and Devin Anthony in the pits for his first stop after 25 racing laps.
Dude, if I'm Sissons, I'm shaking in my boots, bro. Like, oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. Second half of the race underway. 35 minutes to go. And the 664 in for just his first stop of the night. A handful of GT4s already done both of their pit stops tonight. Pernotis in the lead of those who have. Then it's Niall Jacobs, then Bottini, then Kevin Yu, then Dr. Porkchop. And how about Chronotis with the early qualifying lack of pace, I guess. Starting from 8th in the GT4 class, he is currently running in 4th. But still with Ty Chin, Tom Winch, and Brian DeSantiago to make their stops. And as we say, the 778 into the pits. Brief yellow flag for the 250 Lexus, but he is back and rolling up to racing speed. Yeah, not really a whole lot of things going on in the world of sports right now other than the World Cup.
It's not playoff baseball season yet, so that's kind of boring. Hockey, the draft has... Oh, actually, that's something we can talk about. What the heck is happening in terms of trades?
Oh, yeah, the trades are going off.
Like, the trades have just popped off. Like, and I don't know why. Like, did you see the Bob Byram trade?
Yeah.
The 4th overall pick?
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that was a joke. I was genuinely laughing hysterically.
Man, I was
Like-
sad when the Colorado Avalanche traded Bowen Byram away. I think he was a great player in my book. Stanley Cup champion.
But on Buffalo, he was what, their like third, fourth best defender?
I mean, even on the Avs at the time, he was also like their fourth best defenseman because there's Makar, Johnson.
Oh, we lost Pork Chop now to connection too.
No! Another internet issue today. What is going on with the weather?
How have we lost 3 drivers to connection issues, but Professor Canonis was red during all of qualifying?
Yeah, yeah, that's a fair point.
What the hell? "32 minutes left to go in the race." 2.4 seconds now, the gap to Ashka and Sizzles. I don't think my curses have hit as well as I thought today, Pooja.
They were off to a strong start at the beginning, certainly with the BMW. And he maintains third place after the pit stop.
And then Beachley decided to hit a wall.
And then Beachley decided to hit a wall. Well, I don't know if he decided to. I don't know if he made the choice to do that.
That's fair. It looks like he had no control of his wheel at all at that moment. It's like, wait a minute. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I don't think that was his decision necessarily. And from a Mercedes 1, 2, 3, we just have a Mercedes 1 at the moment. Tai Chin in the lead. Tom Winch here in the 327 Ginetta in second place, but the gap Tai Chin pretty considerable at the moment. Also, due to the fact that Tai Chin has one more pit stop to go. It's quite interesting to see, actually, that the GT4s have already completed their pit stops up until this 30-minute mark of the race, whereas pretty much the entire GT3, apart from Vladislav Knife, needs to come in for one more stop.
Yeah, everyone's kind of just in the GT4s just chilling. They're just like, here, let me get my pit stops out of the way.
Yeah,
the true order of things.
I'm kind of surprised that that they're comfortable getting those tires in these temperatures all the way home for 50 or so minutes in this one, as Vanderbilt is in the pits in the number 7 Audi for his final stop of the night.
Where is he in relation to Vladislav Knife? Because remember, Knife was trying to do the undercut.
Knife is trying to do the undercut. Kuznetsov goes through.
He's not even close.
Well, yeah, Knife had that really long first pit stop.
But then did one quick one right after.
Yeah, he did a quick one right after, but still 30 seconds longer than normal stationary will cost him a bit of time. But the gap now only 14 seconds between the Audi and the McLaren. Actually, excuse me, gap growing to around 25 seconds. So right around that 30-second window that Knife had from before. Top two within a second of each other. Sisson coming on to lap number 30 in the 67 Mustang. Akasha had pole position, was involved in an incident earlier on, but continuing on and recovering very, very well up until this point, all the way back to second, and now looking at the back of the race leader. Heading into turn 4, can he get it on the exit? Sisson's gonna defend the inside line. Can the Lexus go late on the brakes? He can, and into the race lead goes Akasha. Great recovery drive. 28 minutes to go. Can he bring it home?
Sisson's just undercut. Like, your only hope now is to undercut him. That's kind of your only hope now, I think, because you're not gonna catch him otherwise. Maybe you get lucky with him making a pit stop error or speeding in the pit lane, but I would undercut if I'm Sissons. Nope, Nate doesn't listen to me. He's not Eric Vanderbilt. But look, Vanderbilt, listen to me. He undercut both Knife and Kuznetsov, and he's gonna get both of them for it.
Yeah, he might even get Natsusan as well, depending on how that pace of the Bentley's been looking.
He's actually gonna catch Kuznetsov here on just pure pace alone. As I say that, and he just eats a dirt full of gravel. Yellow flag, that is for the 778 of De Santiago.
Yeah, he had a pretty healthy 15 or so second gap to Chronotis. Before that,
might have bumped with the 56 of Isaiah Horde.
At the moment, the BMW looks pretty clean. Yeah, sorry, I was talking right when you were saying that. Yeah, like you said, 9.5 seconds. So just about 5 seconds lost there for Brian De Santiago, but still holding on to that final podium position.
It's not going to be a Mercedes 123 at least.
Not quite yet. Chronotis and Niall Jacobs, the two AMGs behind. Kevin Yu as well. But he got a pretty substantial whack on the front of his car and had to come into the pits and get some damage repaired. There's Tai Chin, your GT4 race leader, stepping aside for the 911 and the Audi to go through. There's Justin Beachley. Good to see him still out on track. And the brakes are working. There's the 911 to the pits.
Reposition.
That makes things easy for the number 7 Audi in terms of getting that track time. Now he can focus on putting in the consistent laps in his efforts to try and get Prakash Natasan. The gap, according to my charts, was around 70 seconds.
Natasan's in the pits now to respond, I think.
The Bentley pits from 5th. As the number 7 goes into the Gilles Villeneuve chicane. Keep our eyes open for when the number 82 starts moving from the pits, and there's Beachley cutting through the curb very heavily, but keeping the car pointed in the right direction.
Kasha's into the pits, actually. He's going to undercut Sissons here. Wait for to see the Natasan go green here. He's about medium way through the pit lane, too.
Yeah, he's nearly at the end of it.
Oh, he's gone green.
Oh, maybe not.
About just getting out of the exit of the chicane. I think Natasan might have the lead here, but it's not going to be by much. Oh, it's very much not going to be by much. It's really
because there's
not.
Vanderbilt, and there's the apex of turn 2.
Oh.
Vanderbilt with some GT4 traffic in the mix as well. He tried to go to the apex, but can't quite get up to speed. And that's Eric Vanderbilt into the top 5.
Well, you know, the undercut works. See, I should be a race engineer. I genuinely should be a race engineer. Hire me. Hire me right now. So someone has redeemed a full onboard lap with a 127.
Deal.
Where is he right now? He is currently fighting someone. That's GT4 traffic. I'll let you know when he gets onto the final back straight.
Sounds like a plan. GT4 race leader Ty Chin still yet to make one of the 2 mandatory pit stops of the night, but with a healthy gap over Tom Winch, that should be no issues for the lead AMG.
Drive through for Niall Jacobs. No, the track limit's coming to haunt them.
Oh no. And there's Ty Chin in the pits as the Audi of Isaiah Horde goes in as well.
He'll be fighting with Devin Anthony. And here's the full onboard.
Not a lot of traffic ahead for the 127 as well to deal with, so pretty clean lap here that we get to witness.
Very nice exit there.
Now, how does the Lexus handle the chicane at turn 5? Very bouncy, but well in control. The 127 happy to bounce over the curbs. Now down the hill into the Gilles Villeneuve chicane. Lots of curb on the left and the right. But good on track limits now, heading up to the hairpin at the top of the hill at turn 9, down all the way to first gear. Now just one chicane left to complete the short but sweet 2.5 mile lap at Zolder. And Akasha in the race lead. Or excuse me, not the race lead, was in the race lead. We'll have to wait and see what pace Sisson has in the final 20 minutes, see if he can maintain that first place position he has now. As Knife goes into the pits once more. The 173 for an unscheduled pit stop.
Which fuel? We'll never know.
Yeah, maybe just not putting enough fuel in the car to run that final stint. Because it doesn't look too damaged, the McLaren. A bit of scratching here and there, but nothing too crazy.
Nothing we haven't seen before, or I've dealt with before. 20 minutes left to go.
Oh no, it is fuel, darn.
Fire your race engineer, hire me. I'll get you podiums in no time, Knife. Simpsons has got a box sooner rather than later, I think. Like, he's gonna have to do something. He can't just ignore his problems that are slowly getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So actually, I get to have a nice, wonderful conversation with Kuja about this. I am bringing a friend down. I have vacation in the next few days. I'm going to be off starting next week for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, heck yeah. That's exciting.
I have a friend coming down from Europe.
Ooh.
He's originally Latvian, but he's living in Sweden. So,
that'll be fun.
I'm taking him, obviously, to a Jays game, because, I have to. Sisson's now in the pits.
Yeah, that's kind of the only kind of sport going on at the moment.
We're taking the World Cup.
I mean, I guess you could, yeah.
What do?
Yeah, those tickets are mighty expensive, probably.
Yes. We're also going during the Looney Dog days, so we are just gonna how many hot dogs can we all eat?
Oh, nice. There you go.
So that'll be fun. We're making that day. We're going to the Jays game pretty much an entire Toronto day. Oh, Koska's getting past. Don't even bother. Wait, did he just disappear?
Yeah, what happened to Sisson there? He was in the pits, and now the Mustang is gone.
Huh?
Gone completely.
Did it just vanish?
Yes.
He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
He's actually gone.
He's literally gone.
Bro saw a gosh pass him in the pits and just go knock.
What?
God.
No.
He was literally there 1 second, and then all of a sudden he's just gone.
What's going on with the internet today?
He had a guaranteed P2.
Man, what is going on today? So that'll promote Devin Anthony in the 664 Lexus up to second place. Isaiah Horde also recovering very well. He will get back up to a podium position after starting from the front row. Eric Vanderbilt up to fourth. Prakash Natasan in fifth. Robert McClure in sixth. Nikolai Kuznetsov seventh. Vladislav Knife in eighth.
We started with 21.
We sure did.
16.
Yeah.
No one needs to pit. No one needs to do anything. There's no fight on the track for position anymore.
Yeah, at the moment,
So
just some driving going around.
What do you want to talk about for the next 15 minutes?
You guys gonna go to the Hockey Hall of Fame?
I think I want to try. He's down for 2 weeks, so.
Oh yeah, plenty of time.
You remember Mitch, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going up to Mitch's cottage at I think the weekend. So there's this weekend, which is there's so much happening in the terms of racing world that's happening this weekend. You got one of my favorite tracks of all time in Spielberg. Then you have IMSA at Watkins Glen. Then you have the 24 Hours of Spa.
Very important.
Plus Canada's matches on Sunday now because they lost. And I have to go golfing on Saturday.
There you go. Great weekend all around.
And then Monday, my Europe friend shows up at like 2:30 in the afternoon.
Perfect. Have them join us for the stream.
Maybe we'll see. We'll maybe see. We'll try his commentary duties. Actually, I don't know. You're not racing Canada today, are you?
When is that?
Oh, right. I forgot you're American. I genuinely don't know if you're asking that as a question.
No, I genuinely don't know when that is.
Oh no, gosh. How do you not know what Canada is?
Why should I know what it is?
Oh, you are racing Canada today. You're off. When are you off?
We're not off. Straight 7-week championship, 8-week championship.
Maybe I'll commentate on the Wednesday after my birthday. Because my birthday falls on a Tuesday this year. Oh look, there's Jake Sissons back. Problem is now he's all the way in last.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate bit for the 67, but still finishing 9th gets you 2 championship points.
You never know. Those could be important.
Exactly.
Race time.
You never know, and with that drop round to consider as well, this might just be that one for the Mustang to use that.
But yes, Canada Day falls on July 1st, which is a Wednesday.
What is it always July 1st or is
yes.
it? Oh, okay.
It's always July 1st. Does not matter the day, does not matter the time, does not matter the condition.
Is it like Canada's 4th of July?
Yes. It's a celebration of our nation's history. It is quite equivalent, the equivalency of an American Independence Day, which is July 4th.
Well, how convenient. They fall very close to each other.
And there are 3-day intervals. There's Canada Day, which is the 1st, Independence Day, which is the 4th, and then the 7th is my birthday. Like the intervals just line up. Oh, hello. Is this the only action we're gonna get?
Yeah, just about some multi-class overlap. Not to Sun, holding a right around 2-second gap to Eric Vanderbilt, who is beginning to slide. Are those tires beginning to say goodbye on the Audi in the last 12 minutes of the race?
Position battle. Now, Candy, you're also German and love the World Cup. Okay, what do you? Because again, Germany, I would consider a more soccer powerhouse nation. What is the bare minimum you expect from your team? Is now, I guess, the question that I want to ask. Because for me as a Canadian, the fact that we've gotten to the knockout stage is good. Now, mind you, if we didn't get to the knockout stage in the group we had, I would have lost my mind. But we made it to the knockout stage, which is great. If we can get past the round of 32, I'll be happy. Like if we can get to the round of 16, but like I'm not going to be too disappointed at the same time because it's soccer. It's not our thing. Our thing is hockey, but that kind of got taken away from us, unfortunately. I don't want to talk about it.
It sure did.
Dude. It rarely do sports make me cry. Rarely do sports make me so depressed that I actually wish like there was a trap door under me.
Oh no.
That did. Because that was like first thing in the morning too, because it was Italy. It was in Italy. Well, Sissons is still racing. He's gotta race GT4s for position. Well, he's gotten winch. Now he's gotta find Tai Chin. There's a battle. Is Jake Sissons gonna catch Tai Chin in time?
Yeah, 30-second gap. Yeah, and Jake Sisson losing 3 laps in the pits there compared to the race leader.
Vanderbilt, don't get squirrely, don't get squirrely, don't get squirrely. I was really hoping that was gonna work there. If anything, I need not to sign to get squirrely for the curse to work.
That's right.
Spin.
Well, I have good news for you. Brian DeSantiago no longer in the standings in your curses. But unfortunately for him, because he was running in a podium position.
So now that promotes Professor Chronotis. Are you kidding me? Man couldn't get a qualifying lap. And now he's going to finish on the podium. What is happening? Now hold on. Wait. In my defense, was it your? Oh no! There's a Vanderbilt spin. So is the no. They both spin, but Vanderbilt ends up the worst of it. No. It all goes wrong on the final corner for both drivers. Oh no! What is happening? What is this race?
Lots happening.
Now, going back to the Santiago, why cursing me once again? Hold on, time out. Did your internet fail? Did your connection drop? Because my curse is supposed to be more about another drive. Oh no,
Oh no! A drive-through for the race leader in the GT4s.
Is Winch gonna get a win here? Where's Winch?
He's about 30 seconds behind, and it's about 30 or so seconds to get through the pit lane. So this might cost Tai Chin the race win.
This is gonna get spicy. This just got so much more spicy than it needed to be. Power outage.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, I mean, internet. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
That's not me. That's not me. I curse you in terms of racing. I don't curse you in terms of acts of God. That's above my pay grade. But there's this wonderful thing called curse protection you could have bought. Just saying, it's 5,000 points. It's not that expensive, you know.
Yeah, you know, just spend it at the beginning of the race, every single race, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, just be like Freeman, or just be Freeman and don't show up to races at all. I think Tai Chin might be okay. I think he might be okay as long as he doesn't speed in the pit lane. Yeah, he certainly is. The Janetta's getting close, but not close enough. It'll help Sissonen for sure in his chances because he has gotten through. So Tai Chin just wanting to spice things up at the end here. Gets a drive through. Gap now down to 6 seconds between Winch and the GT4 race leader. That was the 911 just struggling to get the traction down. The TC kicking in heavily. I heard that. Yeah, just as it's bouncing over the curbs, the rear just coming in and out of traction. So the TC has to step in, and that's why you hear all of that weird sort of engine cutting. It's Niall Jacobs in front of him. Oh, the front of that hood looks depressed. Yeah, Niall Jacobs carrying some damage for sure. Hard to see with the black paint, but there is certainly a gap between that hood and front bumper. Unlucky at the end here. Had that fantastic move at the start of the race to get around the stricken AMG of Beachley. I'll take 1 for 2 on curses. I'll take it. And this has been an absolute race of survival. And not battling the weather in the game necessarily, but battling exactly, yes, exactly. Like, this is the craziest race I've seen in terms of connections. 100%. At least 6 drivers have gone in and out of this race. Credit to some for coming back, though. 100%. Good to see Sisson back. Beachley as well with that early, I want to say hardware issue.
I can only presume that's what it was, because he never really left the server. Maybe just a quick glitch on the software side of his hardware. It's not registering any inputs or anything. But certainly an odd moment at the start of this one. And yeah, like you said, Sisson's still out on track. Same with De Santiago, he is back as well.
I just can't wait for the marble race.
That's gonna be so much fun.
If it ends up being Red Bull Ring, I might actually be sad.
Oh, well, I mean, you can still race in it.
I know, but like...
I guess maybe not with your buddy being in town.
I mean... I don't know. It's gonna be Canada Day too, and it's like... There's fireworks, and there's all that other stuff that we kind of do. And then I'm sitting here just going, why is it the Red Bull Ring? Why is it the Red... like, I'd have to be like, hey, yo, I know it's Canada Day, but,
Well, folks, I think you know how the marble race is going to go. It's going to be the Red Bull Ring for the mystery race.
Dude, if it's the Red Bull Ring, I'll cry. You know what? Can I get curse protection for the marble race?
It's a good idea. Final 90 seconds of the race. It'll be this lap plus one more for the 127 Lexus. After starting from pole, had a bit of a moment on the exit of turn one and had to recover back. And got back up to the first with about 20 minutes to go. And looking to close things out here.
The window is now closed.
We've seen crazier things. So hold your breath for this final lap with the Lexus.
I was about to say, with the connection issues and the drive-thrus and all this stuff, it's nothing is for certain right now. Which is crazy to say.
Give it all you can.
Only thing is for certain is that we are indeed on the final lap now, with Akasha being your race leader.
Just where Akasha disappears and just, are you sure about that? Just disappears and just, are you sure he's the race leader? Because I don't see him anymore. The only thing that's for certain is we're getting a marble race at the end of this.
A nice cool 39 degrees out on track as well.
Burn my feet, dude. Can you imagine walking in that without shoes?
Well, that would suck. That would absolutely be brutal.
Like, here, walk on the hot coals. Well, there's the GT4 race leader. Don't think he's going to be able to stay ahead of Akasha before the line, but we'll see.
I don't really think he'll want to either.
I mean, if he's smart, he'll let him by here. If he's really smart, he'll let him by here. That was the 56 of Isaiah Horde, actually, causing a flag, but that's not Tassan's behind the race leader, so he should be fine for the final podium position.
He should be fine indeed. The 127 and the 207, your two class leaders out of the final corner. Checkered Flag is waving. How Akasha in the 127 Lexus, your GT3 winner. Tai Chin, the winner of the GT4s in the Tan B Performance Red Dragon AMG. Tom Winch secures second in the GT4s, with Prakash Natasan across the line in fourth. Eric Vanderbilt finishes in the top 5. Devin Anthony had a bit of a quiet race, but ended up on the podium here. He will take P2 with just the final chicane left for the 664 Lexus. And he takes a checkered flag.
Professor Notice and Kevin, you are fighting. They're fighting for the final podium spot. I think Chronotis might be safe. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying he might be.
It just might be. One last push of the throttle. Can the 42 take the checkered flag? He can. He will finish ahead of the 95 to make it an AMG 1 and 3. Tom Winch will split the two on the podium in the GT4s, and Isaiah Horde across the line to take P3. Also a good recovery after starting from the front row in the number 56 Audi.
The two cars that got tangled in the front have finished 1-3 in this race. This mind-boggling what 75 minutes will do. And that is the race, with Bottini finally crossing the line. Pedal disconnect lap. Oh, that's what happened!
Yep. Called it. So Hawakasha takes P1, Devin Anthony P2, Horde in third, Prakash Natasan fourth, Eric Vanderbilt in fifth, Robert McClure secures sixth, Nikolai Kuznetsov seventh, Vladislav Knife eighth, and Jake Sissons does take the checkered flag in ninth place. Tai Chin, your GT4 race winner, followed by Tom Winch, and then Professor Chronotis, Kevin Yu in fourth place, and I don't remember fifth.
And the results are all gone.
And the results are now gone. So, podium sitters, please join us for a quick chat. Led by Tyler, as I get this marble race set up and going.
I gotta open up all my Discord stuff. Hold on, give me a minute. I was looking at all the Twitch chats. All right. Professor Chronotis. Devin Anthony. Well, that was fun. I don't know how the heck Chronotis got a podium in this race, but whatever.
It was donated.
It was
Beachley, who I didn't even think about cursing, just pedal disconnect lap 1, and then power outage for De Santiago with curse effect. Nope, Tai Chin's there. We'll bring him in too. Oh, I moved him to the wrong lobby. That's my bad. Sorry, Ty, I moved you into the wrong lobby. I'll start with you, Devin Anthony. I did not see very much of your race. I was too busy focused on the GT4 class as I usually am. It kind of just looked like normal, except for the first lap where the P1 and P2 nearly killed each other.
Yeah, that was that got me sweating real quick.
You're just like, oh boy, it's one of these races. Okay.
I got a little damage from that, but other than that, yeah, I got by. Did my first pit, got tires. I did a little earlier for my second stop. I was gonna try and undercut top 2, but that didn't work out. Other than that, yeah, it was good.
I won't ask Tai Chin because he probably didn't see it, but I guess Chronotis may have because he started in the back. Were you in the Beachley swarm that happened?
No.
I don't really know what happened at the start.
Oh, sorry.
I was laggy and cars were everywhere, and then I was dead.
Yeah, no, Tai Chin, that is what happens after a 3 track limits violations. You get a drive-through.
No, I thought it was a 5-second. I thought it was a 5-second penalty.
It is not F1, brother. It is not F1.
I was like, fuck it. Let's just track limits. Oh, fuck, I have a drive-through. Oh, shit. I thought it was going to be close. It was kind of close. Now I know what happens after 3 track limits. I won't do that again.
Where do you find out what happens when you speed in pits?
I mean, someone found out real quick what happens when you speed in the pit lane. I think it was Kuznetsov. He found out pretty quick. Chronotis, you kind of just didn't qualify great, but then you just kind of avoided everything and got P3 because of it.
Yeah, so I showed up at the start of qualifying. My out lap was the first lap I did this week or this year. So I was kind of starting on the back foot, but then everybody just kind of had technical issues or something. Beachley's pedals failed. Eventually Brian's power went out just for a moment, but that's long enough.
It went out long enough for you to
Some
take advantage.
drive-throughs involved for Niall. Everybody was just like having extracurricular spin-outs or whatever to allow me to keep on just chugging along. Wasn't going fast. Check the fastest laps. It's not me.
It's not me.
Taichin, were you happy that Beachley's pedal disconnected and once he left the track, you were just kind of on your own to do your own thing?
I mean, honestly, I was like, what happened to Beachley? And I heard something about like pedal disconnect. I was like, oh man, that sucks. But then what happened? What happened with like everybody, like Kevin and
Kevin and somebody else. I don't know who it was. Was it Bottini?
I remember.
Bettini. Kevin and Bettini were both behind me near the end of the race.
Yeah, because I remember they were like.
Yeah, there was a GT3 that
like
tried to split them and
Yeah, it was the
ended up
GT3
getting in
split.
contact. So that was the unfortunate mishap for those two.
Yeah, I was looking at the Delta. I was like, it went from 6 seconds to like 12 seconds. In less than 5 laps. I was like, how is that possible? I thought they were just like doing mayhem, like chaos. But no, I guess it was GT3s and yeah. I think I'm gonna check the stream afterwards. I just want to see what happened. Were you on that battle? Because I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, we should. Yeah,
Yes.
should be.
Oh, yeah, we caught that because I can hear. I remember Kuja going, "Oh, that's not the place to try," and sure enough, he just goes right in the middle and just kills both of them. But yeah, no, good race from all of you. Cronotus, nice podium. Taichin, nice win. Devin Anthony, also a nice podium. I can't wait to see this marble race.
Yeah, marble race.
Yeah,
what
marble
track
time.
are you
Let's
guys
see
hoping
this.
for?
No, Brands Hatch. Hungaroring.
Please don't be Red Bull Ring. Please don't be Red Bull Ring. That's all I want. Not this time around.
Monza.
What would I want?
Monza, there you go.
Trying to think. Barcelona. I want Barcelona.
Good choice. Well, thanks, guys, for joining us for the interviews. Always appreciate to hear from you guys.
Him.
Thanks for the stream, guys.
Of course.
No problem.
Of course. And that will move us on to round number 4, held next week. But where are we gonna be? That is going to be determined by our lovely 18 marble grid getting set up and ready to drop into the track. There are our 18 contestants at the top, ready to drop in for the race. Where are we going next week? Let's find out. Looks like Kailami got the early jump, but is kind of stuck and got held up by everybody. Hungaroring with the early getaway and into the chute. Onto the right-hand side, it's Hungaroring getting a little bit held up. And the first to bounce, in fact, is going to be Olton Park. And as we enter the half pipe, Olton Park and Hungaroring crossing over each other. Who's going to get into the chute first? It's Olton Park. Hungaroring getting slowed down just a touch more. But there, Olton Park with a big collision with the split point. But still, technically, in the lead of this one. Slowly working our way down the stairs. Olton Park in the lead on the right. Hungaroring in the lead on the left. Bouncing through one more time. Into the second pipe we go. Olton Park stays ahead. And a good entry into the chute Gets a good jump. Can he keep it on track? He can, but gets slowed down at the second part. Snetterton gone. Red Bull Ring gone. Kailami gone. And it's Alton Park who will finish out on top after getting the early lead. So next week, round number 4, we will go to the British track at Alton Park. And there it is officially on the screen with a time of 1:06.995. Just getting through the 1:07 barrier. Alton Park takes the win. So we will go there next week for the multi-class race. Friday is going to be the Le Mans Ultimate Multi-Class Championship. On Sunday, we go to iRacing in the MX-5 Cup. Monday is the GT4 Rookies in ACC. Tuesday, Le Mans Ultimate GT3 Sprints. Then, next week, same time, same place, we will have round 4 at Alton Park. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you, Tyler, as well, for not falling asleep. I know you're tired. Get some rest, my friend. Thank you for joining us tonight. Happy to have you here as always. Thank you all for chatting along. Thank you all for racing. Thank you for everybody in the background doing all of the hard work to keep things running nice and smooth. We're going to get a raid set up. Tyler, any final thoughts from you? I'll take that as a no. But in the meantime, please enjoy the stream of T-Dak Plays, doing some Le Mans Ultimate in what you can expect from the Friday or Tuesday championship here at Trackilicious. We will hope to see you on the next broadcast. Thank you for joining us this evening. Until the next time, stay safe. Have a good one.